welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany and this is the Pink Portal. This week we are taking a little bit of a break from vaginal health and talking a little bit more about our mental health. So I feel like this year has been insane. It has been so many crazy things going on between COVID completely changing our lives and this doesn't even feel real, to be honest with you. It just feels like this cannot be the real world. It feels like we're like in a video game or like in a movie, and it's just like, no fucking way, right? Between the injustices that are going on in the world, it's just like, it's a lot to take in. And I think between that and your like own personal life, it's just too much sometimes. And I feel like there's times where I'm super grateful and I'm super happy and I'm super like, yes, life is good, and then there's times like I go from like a really big high to like a low, and I think it's really good to acknowledge those, and it's really good to let people know like not every day is perfect, you know. And I love the fact that on social media people are speaking more about mental health and getting help and seeking help, kind of normalizing it, because it should be normalized, because at the end of the day nobody's perfect. And you know, I feel like we live in a generation where social media plays such a big role in our day-to-day life. Everybody's portraying themselves to be one thing. Everybody is portraying to seem like they just have it all figured out. Their life is together. It's all happy and roses, and that's not the reality of life. The reality of life is some days really suck and some days are really great. And, you know, people, because of social media, because of people's, you know, bubble that they try to put you in, people try to live up to that expectation. And I just think you shouldn't live up to anybody's expectation but yourself, because every day you go to bed and you wake up and you have to look at yourself. You don't have to look at anybody else. So the only person you have to look at is yourself, and you have to figure out how to make yourself happy, not anybody else, not your family, not your friends, not your boyfriend, not your girlfriend, none of that. You have to make yourself happy. And I actually want to share a little tough time that I had gone through within the month of September. End of September was just really crazy for me. It really tested me mentally in so many different levels. So it was on a super big high. You know, I just had launched the Pink Portal for my birthday. Things were going good. I was getting a lot of support, and then I decided, you know, I had this trip planned for my friends to go to Mexico, and we went. And I am a nanny, and I went to Mexico, ended up getting fired, and that was like going from a super high, everything looking great. Like, I have this great job, I love my family, like I love the baby that I'm watching. And I come home and my life is turned completely upside down. I'm just like distraught, you know. So here I am. I can no longer, besides the money, like forget the money. I've created this bond with this child for 2 years that has been my life day in and day out. And it has just been ripped from me. So I felt like I was just going into a deep depression. And it was so hard for me. I spent like 2 weeks just like going through it, like really, really going through it, like sleeping all the time, not wanting to wake up. So it was really hard for me. Well, then I was like, all right, girl. So I get my cards read, and I got my cards read. And one thing that the lady told me that really just is like stuck in my brain is, she's like, I could see you're knocked down, but you're not knocked out. And that just really stuck with me, because I feel like in a lot of situations, we feel like we're knocked out, but we're really only knocked down. And it's so much easier for you to come out of being knocked down than being knocked out. And you know, you can become knocked out when you begin to stay stuck in those days that are holding you down and bringing you down, you know. Well, anyway, so I lose my job. You know, I'm like, okay, girl, you need to get up. You need to get a job. Like, stop moping around. I'm starting to look for a new place. So I get a job. Great. It's looking good. I love the girls that I'm working for. Everything's looking great. Actually, the family that fired me called me back, and I just got a new apartment, and everything is looking good. So the day that I'm signing like my lease and everything, it was just a long day for me. It was a sad, I was just not feeling it kind of day. And I was like up from 7 to like 3 o'clock in the morning, and had to be right back at work at like 8. So I was literally going to get something to eat and just started like bawling from like life just feeling like it was too much. And I just started praying like, God, I know you're with me, and I know your hands are on me, and I know you are constantly blessing me. But today sucks. Today I'm sad. Today I feel alone. Today I'm scared. I just really want you to wrap your arms around me a little extra tonight because I'm not feeling the best. And I know you have a plan and a purpose for me, but today has not been the day. And so I think a big part of me growing through like my depression and anxiety is acknowledging the bad days, acknowledging the days that aren't great, but not letting them determine the rest of my week or my month. Acknowledging that not every day is going to be good, and moving past that and not letting that knock me out. So I think, a big part of me, it took me a long time to realize I have to live for myself, because no matter how much I love my family or friends, they don't have to deal with the decisions that I make. I have to lay down at night and deal with the decisions that I've made, and wake up every morning and look at myself and, answer to myself ultimately. So I think, a big part of, going through your own personal things, and then on top of this, like the insane world that we live in, you have to find what makes you happy, and you have to find what works for you. And whether that's working out, whether that's yoga, whether that's therapy, whatever that is for you, you have to find it out, because the world will suck the joy out of you so fast if you don't ground yourself in something, in some kind of routine or some kind of happiness or something that just brings you joy regardless of what anybody else thinks. But yeah, that is it for this week. Just wanted to share a little bit of like kind of what a crazy month September has been for me, and just letting you guys know that it's not always roses and butterflies and like, oh, life is good, because life is good. But there's times where it's just like, God, can I catch a break? And I think that's really important to share, because again, we live in a society where everybody wants to flaunt everything that's perfect, and I just don't believe in that. I believe, that's not the real world, and you're portraying an image to somebody, and that could be bringing the next person down. So I just believe in being authentically you and not giving a damn what anybody thinks, and just being happy and, happy with yourself. Yeah, so that is it for this week. Next week, we're going to be talking about Breast Cancer Awareness Month. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and as we are coming to the end of October, I would like to share little tips and tricks about breast cancer awareness, and have a special guest come and share her experience through breast cancer awareness. So I'm super excited to see you guys next week. I will see you guys then. Please like and subscribe, and peace out.